Well, good morning. I'm Brent Adams here with your Rural Strong Morning Ag Report for this Thursday, December 21st, the 355th day of 2023. Leading off the headlines this morning, the EPA has finally proposed rules that growers like on year-round E15 sales and the use of widely deployed pesticide chlorpyrifos. More than a year overdue, the Environmental Protection Agency has sent the White House for final okay, a rule to allow year-round E15 sales requested by 8 Midwest governors in their states: Iowa, Illinois, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, Ohio, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. But Renewable Fuels Association head Jeff Cooper said earlier, Congress also needs to act nationally.
But longer term, we still need a permanent solution to ensure that drivers can access E15 year-round.
Growth Energy CEO Emily Skor urged the White House Office of Management and Budget to quickly finalize EPA's rule so the marketplace has enough lead time to prepare for E15 sales next summer. Separately, the EPA will reverse its 2021 ban on the widely used pesticide chlorpyrifos and commit to its science-based review as ordered by the Eighth Circuit Court of Appeals. American Farm Bureau Federation attorney Travis Cushman says American Farm Bureau sued the EPA in the Eighth Circuit after years of legal battles mounted by environmental groups.
A lot of groups continue to fight us. They have had some success in that circuit and they keep on going there. And the EPA has often been hamstrung and had their hands tied in many of its actions.
The EPA could have appealed the Eighth Circuit order upholding chlorpyrifos's agricultural use, but decided not to. Its ban forced soybean, fruit, and vegetable growers to turn to less effective and more expensive pesticides. Well, are there signals pointing to an end to beef herd contraction? More on that from USDA Radio's Gary Crawford.
For over a year now, the beef cattle industry's been in a contraction phase. Cow-calf operators putting more animals into feedlots than normal, younger than normal. Producers seem to be saying,
I'm going to put this calf and send it to the feedlot and take the money now,
rather than holding more calves back for breeding. USDA's chief economist Seth Meyer says, at the moment, of course, cattle numbers are still shrinking. We're looking for something to signal a change in the way things are going. Of course, naturally,
if folks hold on to those calves, then we're kind of saying, hey, we'll make a turn and we'll hit the bottom and we'll start producing more beef at some point in the future. So far, there aren't any signals that said we've hit that point.
Traders and producers are going to be looking for some clues in two upcoming USDA reports: this Friday's monthly feedlot report, more importantly, in USDA's twice-yearly cattle inventory report. That comes out January 31st.
That may tell us quite a bit.
In Washington, Gary Crawford for the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Mad cow disease, a case of which 20 years ago caused concern in the U.S. beef industry, is now highly controlled thanks to numerous safeguards in place here and abroad. Here with more is USDA Radio's Rod Bain.
20 years ago, just 2 days before Christmas 2003,
a single Holstein cow from Washington State has tested as presumptive positive for BSE, or what is widely known as mad cow disease.
Former Agriculture Secretary Ann Veneman with the news that caused immediate trade restrictions on U.S. beef exports by some nations, and concerns about consumer confidence and beef prices. All those have rebounded in the 2 decades since, due primarily to various BSE safeguards put in place in our country and around the world. And USDA Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service Administrator Kevin Shea says because of those safeguards, BSE cases globally are minimal.
In the 1980s, there were as many as 30,000 cases per year around the world. Now there are fewer than 10 around the world.
I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
Well, respect for animals, land, and for each other is the foundation of a new campaign launched by Sysco, a food service distribution company, and certified Angus beef. The campaign, called Raised with Respect, centers on common ground found between cattle producers and beef consumers and focuses on animal welfare and beef sustainability. It was developed as part of a strategic cattle care partnership between Sysco and Certified Angus Beef. The collaboration will focus on supporting producers, equipping them with continuing education to stay current on best management practices, and helping to increase consumer confidence in U.S. beef production. Sysco and Certified Angus Beef are providing beef quality assurance training and certification to farmers and ranchers in 9 key beef-producing states. And finally this morning, are there some lawn and garden fanatics on your gift list? Here are some good gift ideas for those folks. Here one final time is Gary Crawford.
Well, that's old Uncle Hardly Budge, indicating it's holiday gift shopping time again. Well, it's not that bad. If you have someone on your gift list who takes great pride in his or her food garden or landscape around the home,
there are so many gifting opportunities available to you that have that personal touch.
Kansas State University Extension gardening expert Dennis Patton says just as paintings and decorations in a house can make it much nicer, the same thing applies to yards and gardens. So he says gift ideas along that line, maybe some art, sculpture, a fountain, or maybe
wind chimes hanging out in the tree or on the back patio when the wind rustles. It just makes it sound so much more complete. Also lighting, it's great to maybe see something lit up at night.
Yes, besides your Uncle Hardly. And also, many homeowners love birds and wildlife, so possible gifts there.
Bird bath, seed, feeders, also things that will help butterflies and other wildlife come to the garden.
But again, not Uncle Hardly. Gary Crawford for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Washington.
Well, you can keep up with the latest from the world of agriculture by subscribing to the Tractors and Troubadours podcast from Rural Strong Media. Each week, I bring you agriculture industry newsmakers, hot button industry issues, educational features, and the best in traditional country music. The Tractors and Troubadours podcast can be found at ruralstrongmedia.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And we hope you go today and download the newly released episode 111, which features our musical Christmas gift to you. It's more than an hour of our friends performing both timeless Christmas classics and new songs destined to become classics. Again, download it at ruralstrongmedia.com or wherever you get your podcasts. We also invite you to join us daily on Rural Strong Radio, our 24/7 streaming radio station, found at ruralstrongmedia.com or on the Live 365 streaming radio app for your mobile device. Each day, we bring you our award-winning agriculture programming, as well as the best in traditional country music, mixed in with a little bluegrass, western swing, southern rock, and inspirational music, and now featuring your country Christmas favorites. Again, the place to find Rural Strong Radio is ruralstrongmedia.com or the Live 365 streaming radio app. We're portable, so take us with you everywhere you go while you're working on the farm or ranch. We'll get you through those long, challenging days. Well, I'll be back again tomorrow with another Rural Strong Morning Ag Report here on Steve Shetler Media. Make it a great day, everybody.